And we're going to just look at what Jesus was doing at that time and what we should do, actually. In Mark 6 says, verse 34, when he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had compassion on them. In Egypt, we have a great crowd. They were around 5, 7, 10,000 people at that time, but in Egypt we have 95 million. So it's a big difference, but it is a big crowd. And Jesus is looking at them too, like he was looking at this number of people with a compassion. And he said he had a compassion of them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. And when it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, "This is a desolate place, and the hour is now late. Send them away to go into the surrounding countryside and villages and buy themselves something to eat." This is usually our response when we see a need for the first time. Go, God bless you. May God help you. I wish you good luck, right? And the disciples told Jesus that, okay, let them go. But he answered them, you give them something to eat. And this is what I'd like to highlight for my talk, actually. When Jesus says, you give them what to eat, something to eat. And they said to him, shall we go and buy 200 denarii worth of bread and give it to them to eat? You know that the denarii, or the 1 dinar at that time, it is almost, as far as I know, it's a wage for a man for 1 day. So when he says that, okay, go and buy for 200 denarii, that means it's a big money. Big money. As if you are earning 60, 80,000 a year, and then Jesus comes to you and says, okay, can you please give 50,000 of your salary to those needy out of the 70 or out of the 80? This is almost equivalent to that. 200 denarii for them to eat. And he said to them, how many loaves do you have? Go and see. And this is what we are doing actually in this church, that we go and see. We go and look around, we go for opportunities. God opens our eyes for the needy. We don't have the 200 denarii maybe, but we go around and we try to find out who can give, who can share, who can participate, who sees the opportunity as we see, as Jesus told us. And when they had found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. 5 and 2 fish. This is less than a dinar. This is 1 meal for a boy at that time. But Jesus took whatever it was available at that time. It was very little for 1 person, but he took it and he blessed and he gave, and it was a big blessing. You know the rest of the story, right? He fed 5,000 people out of this very little tiny meal. But because there were some people looking for an opportunity, looking for what is there, and when they found that little one, they said it is not enough, it doesn't mean anything, but they brought it to Jesus, and he played his role at that time. He blessed, and 5,000 people were fed. Egypt. They say, according to the, I think, one of the statistics say that in our world now we have almost 940 million hungry people in the world a year. 940 million, yes. And out of them, I would say that we have maybe 50 million out of this 940 people in Egypt, maybe. We have people there under poverty line. Poverty line means that they cannot even buy the 2 fish and 5 bread. They cannot. We have people there, they don't know, they don't see, they don't taste the meat for months. They don't. And if I'm gonna continue, it will be not a nice night. But this is the reality. And we are here to open our eyes, your eyes, to the opportunity that